Well, good morning, my ladies and my gents. I'm running a little late on my Sunday version of the Koffee and Kits. It'll be volume 3, but explain here in a second. First, what I've done is taken a little bit of a liberty with the model cars and coffees that Paul over at, I got it written down here to make sure I got it right, over at Left Coast Model Car Builds. A bit of a handful, and my brain's not working well, so I made sure and wrote it down. And I focus on kits that I've done in the past that have meaning either to me or other members of my family. And today we're going to focus on the 1950 Chevy 3100 pickup from AMT. Start off with my last Monday, week ago, I took my mom to the store to get the groceries. And by Tuesday afternoon, I had recorded the What Did You Buy Wednesday on that afternoon, because it's starting not to feel that great, and I wasn't sure just what was going on. Glad I did. And I set it up to be released Wednesday morning. But Wednesday I was starting, oh my God, I was starting to feel sick. It was getting bad. And woke up with cold, both me and Mom. And Mom's elderly, 82, and she just, nose itches. And have to be careful with her because she has a neuromuscular disease, what did they start calling it? Immunocompromised, I think is the word they started using under COVID. All the big fancy medical terms, ooh. But anyway, I have to be careful with her, so, she wasn't feeling good, and I wasn't feeling good, and we both started dosing up as much as we could with home remedies. But yeah, we're both starting to get over it, finally starting to get some sleep, but my throat's still sore and raw from coughing. Talking irritates it, and if you happen to see a little bit of buzziness, between time to time, and I shift a little, it's because I've coughed and coughing fit, and I just decided to edit it out instead of making y'all listen to me hack for 5 minutes or whatever it is. Been drinking coffee because it helps with soothing my throat. Another good remedy, if you can stand it, is get some orange juice, whatever brand orange juice you like, or you can use any other kind of fruit juice. I prefer orange. Then you just take Tabasco sauce and just go as hot as you can stand it, and then sip on it. It'll actually soothe your throat, but I don't have any orange juice and haven't wanted to go to the store. I haven't even wanted to go outside since I got sick, so yeah. But anyway, onward to the backstory of the 3100. Back when my mom was a little girl, we're talking back in the 40s, she used to work jigsaw puzzles with her mother, my grandma, and she'd do them off and on throughout her childhood. And every once in a while we'd do them even when she was an adult and my brother and I were growing up, and I got an itch in my nose. Sorry. And we would gather around. We did one that was a 3,000 piece jigsaw puzzle back in the day. And yeah, that was a big one. But when I broke my leg 4 years ago, and I started working on the kits, the white Freightliner cab over that I did in volume 1, started it. And Mom also, when I was growing up in the 70s, did miniatures, 1 inch, 1 foot, 1/12 scale. They called them doll houses back then. Okay, I'm not going to choke. And she got out of it when she had to move out of town and got away from that. And when I started doing that, she started picking up the redoing that again. She found some of her old stuff that she had from back then, and oh, this will be fun. And she's done some, and she's also put together some 124 scale stuff. And one of them is a Christmas scene in a living room with a tree and some presents and a couch and a fireplace and the garland and the stocking, the whole 9 yards. So, but Mom, with her newfound joy of jigsaw puzzles, found that most of them that she liked were basically rural scenes, quiet, throwback to the old days before things got stupidly complicated. And so and I found that most of them had a old red pickup in them. First one she got had a red pickup. Second one she got had a red pickup. I found a couple at a truck stop that I picked up on sale for like $5 each. Both of them had a red pickup. Got home, and about 80% of the puzzles that she had found that she liked wound up with an old red pickup. And after doing a bit of research, I narrowed it down to about a 1949, 1950, 1951 era Chevy pickup, the 3100. Hey, AMT has a 1950 Chevy 3100. And it's, I think, like $19 on HobbyLink. So, man, they're not very expensive. You go in there, grab a couple, grab 3. You can build them stock, you can hot rod them, whatever your pretty little heart desires. There's unlimited what you can do with this particular kit. It is easy enough to modify. But so I decided I would get one, and oh boy, I get to make my mom a red pickup truck to go along with her puzzles. It got to be a standing joke along the way. A year ago Christmas, my little brother and his family got my mom a Christmas ornament. It's about a couple of 3 inches long. It's a little red glass red pickup with a Christmas tree in it. Yay! So this last Christmas, beforehand, I found some fabric over at Hobby Lobby that was decorated with holiday scenes, various things of, red pickups, Christmas wreaths and red pickups, and, this type of thing. I got Mom a couple of yards. And then Josh over at VCG came out with a holiday Christmas set, and it had things like a wreath and a snowman, and it had a couple of had a sled and a toboggan, had a Santa hat, top hat, I think, and this kind of thing. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. And so when it came about, Christmas time came. Mom took some of the material, made a runner to go across the dining room table, and we put a little bit of old cotton batting on it and set the pickup on it. Over on HobbyLink, I found a bunch of trees meant for model railroads, pine trees that were undecorated, and I used a bit of white primer and flocked them, make them look like they're a bit out, and they come with little bases, and I was able to get them on the cotton and got them to stand. And we made a Christmas scene out of it, and I painted up the VCG Christmas stuff, and it really came out pretty nice. Used Mom's little Christmas scene, and I'll put some photos of it up so y'all can see just the kind of fun we had with it. But it's gotten to be a standing joke in between me and Mom about red pickups, old red pickups. So this is what we got. Now to show off what we're doing. Okay, and here we have the finished product, 1950 Chevy pickup that goes along with all the puzzles. That's the wreath. It came with it. It was really a nice wreath. Delicate. Oh, and the Land Rover. Get your finger out of the way, stupid. The Land Rover I've been working on that I basically haven't touched since Wednesday when I started getting sick. I'm getting a little anxious to get back to him. But this one, it's a simple enough kit. Like I said, the body doesn't go together that well. It's got some odd things in it, and it's a little hard to kind of get it set up so that it sets straight. I didn't do that great a job, but when you're just looking at it up on the mantle, it's not too bad. And it doesn't like to sit quite straight. It's slightly warped, the hood. But overall, the bed, little Coke bottles in the back there. They're Mom actually found them online. They're 1/24 scale, and they come pre-printed, which is really nice. And but the whole thing is box stock. The only thing that I've added is the wreath and the Coke bottles. Back here in the back, let's get it where the logo is decals, individual letter decals. Put it on there, use some decal set, whichever one is your favorite. Let it set overnight, make sure it's nice, and then go over it with clear gloss, and it'll set in real nice, real pretty. Tailgate lowers. The rear glass was a little tough to get in place like it needed to be. It's not that hard of a kit. It's got its problems. It's an AMT, and it's an inexpensive kit. But the interior, see if I can get it to catch, is fairly simple as far as it goes. It's an old pickup, and you can actually get in and see the pedals. You can actually see the floor. Come over here, the engine is just a simple little, I think it's a 225 inline 6 Chevy engine. Modest power plant. It had enough power for what it was doing at the time. It was a decent power plant for its day. Now the modern 4-cylinders will outstrip this poor thing in a heartbeat. But lots of room in there. I didn't do anything with any painting or detailing of the firewall. I could have, but I decided not to. That's the red pickup for Mom's Puzzles. Okay, folks, well, there's volume 3 of Koffee and Kits that I've got in the books now, and I'm not going to talk too awful much longer. Throat's starting to get a little sore, and I need to kind of hush up a bit because talking makes my throat hurt. So, no promises on whether or not I'll get the What Did You Buy Wednesday out on Wednesday. It depends on how my throat's doing. Right now I'm kind of as I feel like it. Not because, well, what do I feel like? It's like, will my throat handle it? Taking all the stuff like you're supposed to, like the old saying goes. Get a cold, go to the doctor, get over it in 7 days. Get a cold, don't go to the doctor, get over it in a week. So I'm about 5 days into being sick, so I'm getting over it. It's working its way out. So all in all, excuse me. All in all, B-Tex signing out.